education and music and academia, I have a few other passions. One of these is fandoms. I love fandoms. Ooh, a pop culture reference. Guess it's time for the first one of these.
Robin teaches something to Mitch Robinson.
This is Mitch Robinson. He's my advisor from Michigan State University. I'm currently ABD, which is all but dissertation. But in order to get my degree, I'm going to have to finish that dissertation. And Dr. Robinson is helping me navigate through this journey. He's one of the smartest people I've ever met and understands areas in music education related to qualitative research, community engagement, policy, music learning theory, and so many other things. But pop culture? That's not his strong suit. That's where I come in. Today, Mitchell, I will learn you about fandoms. Fandoms is a word used to describe a pile of people that surround a TV show, movie, book, or story in general. They gather in places on the internet or in real life and celebrate the stories that they love. In these communities, when you are really connected to others, you belong. This is where I belong. Harry Potter! My first and longest fandom. I can honestly credit JK and HP for my love of reading. For me, connection to this fandom meant finding the websites The Leaky Cauldron and MuggleNet and listening to their podcasts. Osseo iPad. Reading fan fiction. I realized that a conducting baton is the closest thing I'm ever going to get to one. Finding fan art. The signage has changed a bit. Connecting on Pottermore. I could really go for some fire whiskey about now. And generally just owning up to my status as a Hufflepuff. Hufflepuffs don't care. They don't give a Schumann. Clara Schumann. Doctor Who. Now, to be fair, my understanding of Doctor Who began with the series in 2005. While at first I thought it was campy and silly, it didn't take long for me to get obsessed. All I had to do was blink. Or rather, not blink. Also, my mad Googling skills filled me in on the current writer of the show, Stephen Moffat. Before long, I found his other shows, including Sherlock. And thus began my love affair with Benedict Cumberbatch. Me and the rest of the internet. But first there was who? Game of Thrones. This one I came to backwards. I started watching the first season and then I read the books. I'm now way ahead of the TV series. But that doesn't stop things from being incredibly amazing and shocking all the time. Two statements. Daenerys at Astapor and the Red Wedding. The Lizzie Bennet Diaries. 1 year ago, I became a loyal nerd fighter. And it was shortly thereafter that I discovered the Lizzie Bennet Diaries. A fictionalized, modernized retelling of Pride and Prejudice. And it was done as a vlog. Honestly, it was the Lizzie Bennet Diaries that made me think, hey, I could do this vlog thing. Divergent. Another dystopian universe book series, but way cooler than the rest. I've been freaking out and sharing this book title with everyone since the second I finished the first book. Have you read Divergent? You read now! The author, Veronica Roth, is set to release the third book in this series, Allegiant, in just 52 days. But, who's counting? I guess there's no theme for that. The movie comes out in the spring, and until then, there's no theme music. Guess I'll just have to make one. Oh, I've just sealed myself into doing that, haven't I? Careful what you promise the internet. These are the big ones, but there's also all these. We can talk about those later. But for now, haiku! HP, Doctor Who, these are just to name a few. Sometimes that happens. Shout out to Brittany Chase, who wrote the jingle Mitch Gets School that you heard earlier. Link to her website in the doobly-doo.